where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. These words, written by Nobel laureate Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, depicting his vision of an awakened, independent India, would hold just as true as an ode to the institution he was once a student of, St. Xavier's Collegiate School, Kolkata. 160 years ago, a seed was planted in the fertile field of education by the Jesuit order under the supervision of Reverend Father Depelchen. Over the years, that very seed has grown into a lush tree which has borne fruits of excellence for generations of students. Built at the site where the famous Sanssouci Theatre once stood, the school, named after the Spanish Jesuit saint, Saint Francis Xavier, was founded in 1860. Its address on Park Street, now Mother Teresa Sarani, is just as renowned as the school itself. 160 years have gone by since then, and the world in that period has changed beyond imagination. But what has not changed is the ethos on which this grand institution has been built. An ethos which itself was formed on the principles of Jesuit teaching propounded by the very founder of the Society of Jesus, Saint Ignatius of Loyola. To comprehend the quintessential aims of a Jesuit school of forming men for others who will be agents of needed social change in their country, one needs to roll back the years and take a look at the origins of St. Xavier's Collegiate School. In the souvenir published on the centenary of the school in 1960, the following is mentioned. A new theatre has been erected in the city of Job Charnock. The Sanssouci Theatre was to allow a famous actress of the time, Mrs. Leach, to display her talent on a stage worthy of her charms. Then something occurred which brought down both actress and theatre. Oil lamps were used as footlights of the stage. One evening, the dress of Mrs. Leach caught fire and she died of the burns received. No further performances were given. It had been a bad omen. The premises were auctioned and an Irish padre, Monsignor Carew, the pastor in charge of the small Catholic community, bought the property for a paltry sum. It was meant to become a school for Catholic boys. There flourished already, in Chaurangi, where now stands the Indian Museum, St. Xavier's College, then run by the Jesuit fathers of the English province. From there, after a change of hands, on January 16, 1860, St. Xavier's College flung its doors open to its first strength of 40 pupils, forming standards 5, 6 and 7. Then on, it has only been a story of progress and growth. And all of this can be attributed to the 6 values that are known as the principles of the Jesuits. Magis, a Latin word which means more. This is the challenge to strive for excellence. Women and men, for and with others. Sharing gifts, pursuing justice, and having concern for the poor and marginalized. Cura personalis, a Latin term which means care for the individual person, respecting each person as a child of God and all of God's creations. Unity of heart, mind and soul, developing the whole person and integrating all aspects of our lives. Forming and educating agents of change, teaching behaviors that reflect critical thought and responsible action on moral and ethical issues, and Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam, or AMDG, which in Latin means for the greater glory of God.